I was gonna say, well, hi, but that's your line, and you already stole mine the other day. So
you can say ahead. Hi.
Oh, okay, hi.
Welcome to A Cup of Tea.
The podcast. I'm sorry.
What did I do?
A podcast. Okay, about sharing my what?
What?
Sorry, I'm sorry.
We had this down. We were doing good.
It's just me. About sharing life through each other's eyes. No, it's not sharing. Whatever. But we share a cup of tea with you. Well,
I'm the pine.
And I'm the
she's
water.
The water. Just FYI. If this is the first time that you're listening, she just butchered our intro. But it's okay. We like it like that.
Yeah, she did. I don't know what's in my brain.
Me neither.
Many things today. Anyway, actually, this brings me to the thing that I told you. So before recording, we were setting up.
No.
I said, tea, oh my god. Okay,
tea,
fine.
Always. Tea.
Forgive the cardinal sin of omitting the tea.
Always.
We're drinking chai.
We are.
Which is really nice. And I guess it's good for your cold. Oh, well, you're not have a cold anymore. Do you?
I kind of do.
Yeah. Well, the remnants of the cold.
Exactly. Still sponsored, but not really, by David's Tea.
Yeah. Did you put coconut milk on it?
It is.
It didn't taste as strongly as. Maybe I'm getting used to it. I don't know.
I forgot you wanted oat.
That's okay. I didn't really notice it, so it's fine.
Okay, please proceed with your excitement.
Excitement. I don't know about excitement, but I just thought it was funny. So we were setting up, and I kept telling you that I wanted to. It's not that big of a deal. It really isn't. But I wanted to say something, and I was like, no, let's save it for a cup of tea because I think it's funny. I don't know.
We'll see.
So, you know how we've talked about how we have very vivid dreams sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like out of many people that I know and people that I've talked to about this, I tend to be the person that most remembers their dreams and has like dreams more often. I don't know. My only baseline is, apart from you, is my cousin and another friend.
Mm-hmm.
And
not very wide.
No,
broad.
It's not. No. Very small sample.
Exactly.
Anyway, the point is that this morning I was dreaming. So there's this guy who lives down the hallway in the residence. It's not who you're thinking. It's another one.
Okay.
Which I've mentioned
the plot
before.
Thickens.
Yeah. I've seen him frequently over the past week. Mm-hmm. And I always thought he was cute. Like last semester, when I met the first guy that you thought of, I also met this guy who's also cute.
Who is this man?
And anyway, no, the point is that so I've seen him more often now, and he's cute, and he has a very kind face, you know, which is kind, yeah. And so this morning after you called me to wake me up,
yes, I did.
I went back to sleep for like 5 seconds.
Of course you did.
But you know the thing that we talked about in another episode where we were saying that you can go back to sleep, and if you go back in the same position, then you keep going.
Yeah, your dream goes on. Yes, okay, I love when that happens.
That happened this morning. And my dream was that we were making out in the hallway.
Of course. And
it was so funny to me because it started as making out in the hallway, and then there was a party or something. Like my family came over, and we had a party in the common room, and he had to disappear. Like we had to hide that he was there, even though he lives. I don't know. It was very weird.
Yes. Agreed.
Yeah, and I kept trying to like go back and forth between because the residence at school, well, it's not school, but where I live has like one hallway. You come in and there's a hallway to the left and another hallway to the right, where like the rooms are. And to the right, there's also the common room, which is where the party sort of was, but not really, because it kind of looked like it, but it was also different. Like, also the halls were whiter. I don't know. It was very weird.
Yes, dream stuff.
Yes, dream stuff. But I don't know. It just like I kept thinking about this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
it.
Yeah, that's it.
I love that this is the thing that you just couldn't wait to tell me.
I mean, I don't know why I built it up more in my head. I feel like there's another component that I'm missing, but yeah,
you just forgot.
That's yeah.
I mean, it's still very nice to dream about kissing someone.
Yeah. I think the thing was that it hadn't happened in a long time that I dreamt about kissing someone.
Funny thing, I was also dreaming about kissing last night.
Look at that.
Look at that. See? Doppelgangers. Variants of each other. Yeah. It's creepy.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't know about that, go watch our episode on our character strengths.
Yeah. Yes. So, yeah, that's it.
Right. There was something else we were going to talk about.
There was. I mean,
our very impromptu outing the other night.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think today's, like, the subject we were thinking about for today was
my touristy adventures with the family.
Yes.
That came to visit. But we can get onto that.
Yeah.
This was just like a little
segue.
Exactly.
Into it. Yeah. We went out. So there's this bar that we like now.
We do.
We've been there a couple times. Yeah. And it was pretty cool to me that the other day, like, it was so random.
Yes. Okay. I'll do the introduction.
Okay.
So, I was at work. I was sick. Like, yes. Now I'm getting out of the sickness, but I was very sick. And I was just like, I just want to go home. And my shift ended early. It was like at 5. And during the day, I was like, oh, I should have asked the water if she wanted to come have lunch with me, because sometimes we would do that. We do that, and then she comes over, we have lunch together. But I just didn't, because I figured it was late, and we usually don't see each other on that day. So I figured she had class, and I was like, well, fine. And then I'm getting off of work, and she's like, oh, I wanted to text you and see if we would have lunch together. And I was like, this is creepy. And I was like, well, I'm off of work. We could go get coffee. And she's like, oh, but it's going to take me an hour to get there. Like, can you wait for me? And I'm like, well, okay, how long does it take you to meet downtown? And it's like 45 minutes. I'm like, okay, well, I'll go there and you come there and then we'll meet there. Yes. And they're like, okay, let's go get coffee. So I'm on my way and we're going to get coffee. And there's this very fancy Starbucks downtown by Granville in Vancouver, because that's where we're. And it was full. It was full.
It is always packed.
There was not a single place. But I started stalking a lady that had a table.
Creepy.
And she was almost done. And I was just like hanging around, just like casually around. And she was leaving. I was like, aha, my opportunity's here. So she left. I took the table. And I was like, aha, got it. And I'm just waiting for the water casually. Yeah. And then she gets there. And she's all happy and excited. And she doesn't say hi. She's just like, I have a surprise for you. And I was like, okay, this sounds intriguing. And then this is when you come in.
So I got off the bus. Actually, if I hadn't gotten off the bus one stop earlier,
you wouldn't have known.
I wouldn't have noticed. But I got off the bus. And there's a corner where this bar is. And they have, one of those like old school sort of movie signs
where they cute.
Put the letters to, I don't know, make their community announcements. And it said, I think Wednesday or something, like trivia night, Gilmore Girls. And I was like, oh my God.
I know.
This is meant to be. So yeah, I saw that and I kept walking to the Starbucks. I was like, we're like scrapping the coffee plans. This is what we're doing tonight. And even though I felt very self-conscious as I was walking from one corner to the next, because I was wearing like leggings and a t-shirt and a sweatshirt. And I was like, this is so not bar outfit, but I don't care.
I'm leisure, casual.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's a whole thing. I was actually, as a parenthesis, watching like reels on Instagram or something. And there was this one about It made me laugh so hard. It was the Dutch student that realizes Americans don't dress up to go to school. And so she, like, first she starts with, like, a leather jacket, like, not a leather jacket, like a biker, but, like a coat.
Okay.
And a cute top and jeans. And she changes them for leggings and a sweatshirt. And I'm like, yeah, that's the aesthetic here too.
It's true.
So I was like, okay, yeah, fine. And then, yeah, I got to the Starbucks and I saw you. You were like, but I stalked this lady for the chair. Let's go. And yeah, it was really fun.
It was. I always feel like, to be honest, I was like, it's one of those things where I get self-conscious because, okay, here's the thing, honesty policy, right? I've found it that it's very easy for me to be very good at things, like to some extent, right? But like if I try something new,
the best.
I tend to be very good at it, which means that I'm very bad at trying something that I'm not good at.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't like. She was very excited about Gilmore Girls trivia, and I was like, I don't like. I do love Gilmore Girls, but I don't know that we can like do a trivia night because in the in series and shows and movies, trivia night is like intense, you know, and like there's teams and there's yelling, and like it's fun.
Yeah.
But I was like, I don't know that can we? I even said like, can we go and like not play and just watch? And you were like, I guess we can. So I was self-conscious about that. But then, it's one of those things where, like, who cares?
Yeah.
Right? And to let you know, we were probably the worst team.
No, there was one team that was worse than us.
Really?
Yeah. We tied with another team, and then there was one below us. I'm pretty sure.
All right.
Well, we were not the worst.
I thought
we were pretty close to it.
I was impressed with the people that were getting like 20-something points. I was
because
like, wow.
There was a point where, because it was not like yelling out the answers kind of trivia. It was like they handed out a piece of paper where you had to write down your team name, which ours was Coffee and a Bagel.
No.
Oh, no, a Danish. What am I saying?
Coffee this and is Gilmore Danish. Girls. It was Coffee and a Danish.
Oh, Coffee and a Danish. And so you write down the answers to the questions that they put on these TVs. And at the end of the first 2 rounds, we had to exchange papers with another team.
And they were good.
And there was this, like, group of girls in front of us. They were so good.
They were.
I mean, what made me laugh, though, was that I told them, like, oh, my God, you guys, like, you got everything. And they were like, no, she did.
It's this
like,
one
there's
girl.
one girl in the group know everything.
Yes, that was hilarious.
That's funny that you felt that. I did not think about that
You did not register my self-doubting?
I thought it was more like you were feeling sick and you didn't feel, like, up to it. And I guess, doubting the knowledge, but not enough to,
like, I don't know if you remember this. But when you were in university and I used to visit you all the time, there were these ping pong tables by the stadium, whatever thingy.
This.
And you and our friend would like play and you'd like ask me to play and I was like, no.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's the same thing.
Oh, wow.
It's that same thing where like I don't know that I'll be awesome at it, so I don't want to try it.
Okay, so I have 2 thoughts right now. One is the doppelganger nest. Jesus freaking Christ.
What? Why?
Because I do the same thing. You know when I was, after I fell and hurt my knee and I had to go back to class, and I was all like, I don't want to because I'll suck. It's kind of the same thing. And I've been actively trying to get over it. Because especially, and I've told you about this, now that I have a Swedish friend in school, I actually saw her a couple times this week and last week. And the first time I saw her being back here, I was like, my brain forgot everything I knew about talking Swedish. I could not say a word. And she was talking to me. And first we were speaking English, so I didn't think much of it. But then the next time I saw her, she was like, why are you speaking English? Let's just switch. And I was like, oh, yeah. Wait, what? I don't know. And I could.
Did you say something to her?
I told her, I cannot speak. Like, I don't know. My brain is not working.
Wow.
And I mean, it's fine. I can just say stuff in English and it'll be perfect. But I could understand what she was saying to me, but I could not
Say
reply.
something?
Yeah. And I was like, man, I feel like such a fool, like such an idiot. And I was listening to somebody like on a YouTube video saying that thing about, especially when you're like learning something new, you have to make yourself available to look like a fool.
I know.
So that, I think that is helping me, that like specifically this thing of having to talk to someone in a new language that I'm learning, and it's hard and kind of not embarrassing, but I'm just like, oh my god, brain fart.
I really want to go back to Mandarin.
Yeah,
because I really liked it. I did, I don't know, like a couple of years in university, and I really liked it. And the fact that I just like completely abandoned it, and right now I cannot say like anything other else, exactly, anything other than ni hao. It's just like, but at the same time, I'm one of those people that, well, it's, I don't know. I was going to say that it's difficult for me to do things if I'm not in a class, because it happens to me with like working out. I must go to pole. Like, I miss it so much, but that's not the point.
Yeah.
Going to a class like pole or other stuff versus me going to the gym, even though there's like a tiny gym in my building, like I'll go, but it's not the same. And when it comes to language, I really like going to class. So I like, it's that thing with Mandarin where like I want to go back to it. I want to like keep practicing. I want to remember it. But I'm not like, I feel almost like, why bother?
I mean, why? It's like, here is a particularly good place to learn Mandarin.
I know, and I have a friend that is from China, and like I could talk to her. Yeah, I know. I know, but it comes from that same place of like trying things. You know what I mean? That thing of, because when I started learning, I was like one of the best in the class. Not the, like, there was this other guy.
Because I'm always the best.
No. Like there was this other guy. Even me and him were like really good at it.
Yeah.
And it's those things that I feel like when you're someone that tries things and fails a lot, you learn to just keep trying. You learn to just keep doing it. But when you're quote unquote like things come easy to you, then you're used to things coming easy to you. And when you have to struggle even a little bit, then they're just like, oh, maybe I shouldn't. I'll just stop.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think you should go back to it.
I know.
And anyway, so we started doing the trivia night, and we lost, but it was fun.
It was so much fun.
It was hilarious. We also had great food with wine, which was also awesome.
This lady.
I mean, okay.
Okay,
Go ahead.
Thank you. So we're there. The first time that we went to Malone's, that's the bar that we love and adore. We went to a drag brunch and we had so much fun. Yeah. That was amazing. And it was insane because I feel like we ordered a ton of stuff, food and drinks, and we had a bottle of wine that we finished. And then we ordered more drinks.
Yeah. We left out
a little tipsy. Jinx. And the bill wasn't as high as I thought it was going to be.
That was the most impressive thing.
I was afraid of the bill, but it was like, all right. It was like, wow.
Yeah.
Anyways.
We can do this again.
Yeah. So this time, I was off of work It was getting late. We were just there for fun. And we're like, what are we going to have? And I'm like, oh, we can have a pizza. And then maybe like some appetizer. And we ordered half the nachos. We could not believe that was half. Yeah. That was...
We didn't even finish the nachos or the pizza.
We missed one slice of pizza. And like there were like a few lying around nachos. So like we were well served. Yeah. That was awesome. And because we were going to have pizza, and I was like, well, we should have wine. Mm-hmm. And I was just going to have a glass of wine. But answer the lady, and she's like, we should just get a bottle. It makes sense financially.
It does. It does. So, okay, you say if you agree with me, each glass was $11.
That is a good point.
And the bottle was $28.
Yeah.
I mean,
it totally makes sense. So we ended up with a bottle of wine. It was amazing. It was so much fun. And there was, so like, as I was saying, at the beginning, I was like a little self-conscious. And even when they were like, well, anybody who wants to do the trivia night, put your hands up, I'll come around. Yeah. And I had this like tiny micro conversation with myself of like, we can
do it. We can do it.
We can do it. Me and you. Yes, like either we can do it and have fun and not care that we don't know the answers, and that, you know, we do love Gilmore Girls, but I don't know that we're like hardcore fans about it. Or we are maybe hardcore fans about it. We just, you know, like not enough for trivia
not
night.
Into the minutia.
Exactly.
But by eating oatmeal and whatever else we were asked that we didn't
ate
know.
Oatmeal. That was the name of one of the teams.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, that was one of the answers.
And we even, there was this thing where they said, so if you tag us on a story on Instagram, we'll give you 2 answers. And they gave us 2 answers, and one we totally missed.
We didn't even use it. That was on us.
Not cross our path.
That was on us. I thought it was going to be something about Lorelai.
Me too.
Because at some point, she drinks a Bloody Mary.
Oh.
At some point, yes, like her signature drink whenever she goes to her parents' house is a martini.
Yes.
But at some point, she drinks Bloody Marys. And I thought it was going to be about Lorelai. But no, it was a question about Suki when she's pregnant. And they're like, what is one of her 5 cravings? And it was a Bloody Mary mix that we did not get. Anyways.
Yeah.
So either, we can do it and have fun and not care, or I can be self-conscious about it and miss out on the opportunity. And I think I made the right choice.
Yeah.
And it was so much fun. And I'm so happy we did it.
I'm proud of you.
Oh, thank you. It was a moment. So yeah, that was like very impromptu, very nice. Yes. And we want to go back because there's going to be an office one. Yeah. And there's going to be an MCU one that I'm so excited about. I don't know that I'll get the answer. Because, okay, I think the one trivia night that I would be really good at is Disney classics.
Yeah.
Like 2D animation. Like
my God. If you play Trivial Pursuit, like the Disney edition, which I have, you'll be squashed. And I think I'm good. But no. Jesus.
Yes. See what I mean? Although I would be like a little off my game if there's something like English versus Spanish, especially with older Disney movies, where like I know the movie in Spanish. Newer movies like Tangled Forward,
I thought of
I do
the
English.
Princess and the Frog, but I guess it's the same time.
I do know the Princess and the Frog in English more than I do it in Spanish.
Oh my God.
Safito decided to play with your lipstick.
Yeah.
By the way.
It's fine. It's already dead, so she can have it.
Well, she's going to make noise, though.
I think she'd be fine.
Okay.
We got interrupted by Safito.
We did. She's adorable.
Yes.
So, all in all... Oh, yeah, we were saying that there's the MCU and Disney and all that. So... there's no Disney in the schedule so far, but I'll keep an eye out.
Yes.
For sure.
I'm also excited about The Office one.
Well, she says that she'll be good. She's just watching it now, so I'm hopeful. And if not, we'll have a lot of fun.
Yes, we will.
Yes. I'm excited about the MCU one.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be fun. You know, I'm liking this. No, but what I really liked about that like specific afternoon was that I hadn't been downtown since being back, and the ride there felt like I've done this many times, but at the same time everything looked different. Like I could see the buildings in a different light, and there was this place, I don't know what it is. It was like an art gallery sort of thing where they seemed to be having an event. People were coming in and there were chairs and like food.
Ooh la la.
Yeah. And I thought, oh, that looks so nice. And then there was this other bar that also looked very cozy. Well, I think it was more of a pub, but I don't know. It just looked nice. Like people were going out, having fun. And I thought, oh, that's cool. I like that. I need
so
more
what
of that
did you
in my
mean,
life.
like seeing it in a different light? Like
Because I used to think of it after the initial shock of being here. I remember that many people mentioned to me, for example, that whole thing about Hastings being horrible. And the city has like a New York vibe to it, but in a smaller scale. So I just didn't see it as pretty or as lively, I guess. And this that night, it did feel a little bit more
picturesque.
Yes, exactly.
Cute.
And then
are you getting it to where it looks and feels like this is where you live?
It's kind of approaching there.
Okay.
Like slowly. And there's this building that I like, that I go by every time I go there. And I saw it and I thought, oh, it'd be so cool to live there. Expensive as fuck, probably, but so cool to live there.
I mean, you are speaking about Vancouver, so
yeah. And then when we left, there's this pub that we haven't gone to, but I saw it. Like I've seen it a couple times. And there's two places. One is in Canby, and we've talked about going there, but we haven't.
But it's not the Canby, like the bar.
Yeah, no,
it is that one.
Canby, yeah.
Oh, okay, I've been there.
Oh, yeah, I know. You didn't take me. And then there's another one called the Blarney Stone, which is an Irish pub.
Ooh.
And I was I really want to go there. And then I saw the name and I was like, it took me like a second. And then I was like, oh yeah, of course. Because do you know? There's this place, I don't know exactly where it is, but we have to go there.
In our trip to Ireland and Scotland.
The Blarney Stone is this place where people go down on the ground and go like upside down and kiss the stone that's like, you know how this wall is? So you go and do it. Like, but you kiss it. Because it should bring you good luck and love or something like that.
Cute.
Yeah.
Nice. Our favorite bar in our home city was an Irish bar. We were very happy.
It was, yeah.
So, we shall go.
We shall. And so, okay, now it's time for you to tell me about your weekend.
Right. Speaking of touristy stuff, and pubs and bars and things.
Yeah.
So Pablo's cousin and his girlfriend came over to visit for his birthday. He is the younger cousin to the cousin that lives in Whistler that we went to see like before Christmas, before Pablo left for the holidays. And they were only here, I think, for like 2 days before going to Whistler to see the older brother. But it was so cool. Like nothing went as planned. And still, we had the best time. So, allow me to elaborate.
Yes.
So first of all, the cousins were supposed to get here on Thursday night. Come Thursday night, the cousins are not here. Apparently, so they took a flight from like Mexico to Puerto Vallarta.
Okay.
And for some reason, it was a connecting flight in Puerto Vallarta. the
Interesting.
flight to Puerto Vallarta to Vancouver got canceled.
Oh, fuck.
Well, okay, here that's what I was told. But then they explained to me what happened.
Uh-huh.
The flight wasn't canceled. They didn't let them board the flight.
Why?
Okay, so my goodness, things kept happening to them during this whole trip. So in his passport, there was like a stain from the passport sleeve. It was somehow the leather stained his passport, and it like on his photograph or on the barcode or something thingy. So it wasn't scanning, and they wouldn't let him board.
Oh no!
And they were gonna miss the flight.
Yeah.
And after they missed the flight, one of the flight attendant ladies, not one of the flight attendants,
like one of the people at the desk?
Yeah, exactly. That was trying to help them was like, well, maybe try cleaning it. And of course they tried cleaning it, right? Yeah. But just with like tissue. Yeah. But then she used a wet paper towel or something, like a wipe.
Yeah.
And she tried it in a non-crucial part of the document, and it came right off. So then she tried it in the barcode thing, and it came right off. So they could have done that in the first place and not missed the plane, but never mind. So they missed the plane. And what I love is that they were just like, well, we'll just have an extra day at the beach.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's the way to go. They even had to like buy cheap swimsuits because they were prepared for Canada, not for the beach. But they were like, we're just going to make the most out of it, which I love. Like, yes, thank you. So they get the plane on the next day with the clean passport, and they come through and everything's fine and it's all good. So they get here on Friday night. And so come Saturday, we missed the day, and they wanted to do a bunch of things, right? Like they wanted to visit downtown, and they were very excited about the like plane rides that you take at waterfront, like to go sightseeing above Vancouver. So we actually had bought those tickets in advance. But of course, Vancouver being Vancouver, it was super cloudy. And still, we got up early. We went to go have breakfast. We didn't have time. We ended up going to a Starbucks and just getting like coffee and one of those like sandwiches that they have, it was very yummy. And we got to the airport thing, and we're like, we have a reservation. We're here. Like, do you think it's okay to go? And she's like, no, the flights are canceled because of the weather. So that flight was actually canceled.
Oh no.
I know. And they're like, and we were afraid that it was one of those things where like, we're not responsible for the weather conditions, so don't expect a refund.
Did you get a
refund? But they did. They totally did give us a refund. That was very nice. And then, so we're like, do you think tomorrow we're going to be able to? And she's like, well, maybe. You can call at 8 in the morning and ask if the flights are going to go out. Yeah. And we're like, okay, we'll definitely do that. So then we're like, well, what do we do now? Yeah. And they thought of going to a hockey game. So that was going to be like a thing for later that day. It was going to be the Canucks against, I don't remember who. But the Canucks lost anyways. Yeah. I feel like
I keep hearing they always lose.
What? No. When I lived in Quebec, what's their name? The Rampants? I don't know. They always lost. But what was cute is that people were always so happy and excited. Like cute. The Quebecois people were always happy and excited. Even when we lost, it was just like, they were happy. They were into a hockey game.
Maybe it's not the Canucks that always lose. Maybe it's this other team. I don't remember the name. The White something?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I have no idea.
No idea.
We will go to a hockey game for you.
Yes.
and tell you all about it because we've never been to one.
Yeah.
So anyways, so there was that idea of going to the hockey game at night. So right now we're like, well, what do we do now? We have the whole morning and the whole afternoon. And it was raining. So it wasn't only cloudy. It was also raining. It was like drizzling. It wasn't hard pour rain. But we're like, well, walking around the city might not be the best idea. So I don't remember who thought of it. Maybe Pablo or maybe the cousin. But they're like, well, how about going to the aquarium? You know, because you're inside. And so we ended up going to the aquarium.
That's cute.
And Pablo and I had been wanting to go forever, and we just like never made it. So we're so happy. It was so cute. I vlogged the whole thing, so I'll post it eventually.
Eventually.
Of course.
Being the key word.
We went to the aquarium, and he gave me, I just miss working with animals so much. It made me sad.
Oh.
But I don't know. I'm gonna see if I apply to the aquarium again, just because I just miss it so much. And we stayed for one of those show things that they do, and they did it with the sea lions, I believe. And it was so cute, you know. And there's the speaker, and there's the trainer, and there, you know. And I was just like, I miss doing this with animals. So it was adorable. It was really cute. We saw the otters. I think the otters were one of the favorites. There was this one that was it just had a ball. It just swam with the ball and it kept playing with the ball. And it was just the cutest thing ever. I keep hitting the microphone stand. I'm sorry. So we went to the aquarium, and that took a few hours for us. We had lunch somewhere, I'm sure. I don't remember where.
I bet you did.
Can I remember where we had lunch?
Can she?
Can I? I don't know that I can.
Place your bets.
I don't know.
It might come eventually.
It might come eventually. Yeah. Because the thing is that they kept asking us, like, where do you guys like to go? And Pablo and I were like, I don't know.
We don't have a place.
And mostly, like, I go try new places with you and Debbie. And it's mostly coffee shops.
Yeah.
So I don't remember where we ended up going. Probably somewhere where I had pizza or a veggie burger. That's the most likely thing. Oh, we went to the Cactus Club Cafe.
Which one is that?
It's like a thing. There's like a ton of them.
There is? I have no idea.
It was delicious. It was a little expensive.
No idea.
But we went during happy hour, and it was so good. And I actually had fish tacos. And it was really yummy.
Oh my God, which reminds me of, I had to tell you, I did not tell you about this yesterday. It's kind of stupid. So, you know how the cafeteria in the rest has, like, so I think because there's so many international people, there's like people from, I don't know. I was just telling you about this English guy right now. People from China, India, Hong Kong,
Latin America.
Yeah, exactly. Everywhere in Latin America, everywhere in Africa. So they try to keep the menu international, I would say. A big chunk of it is Asian. I'd say it's like 50% Asian, 20%, no, I think 15% Indian, 15% Canadian, American, whatever. And then like another 10%, I think I'm over 100% now. Mexican Greek, and whatever else comes along. And so I don't know if I've mentioned it here, but last semester they had carnitas tacos.
You told me, yes.
Which I told you about, which were not at all
carnitas tacos.
It was like, so if you've ever had them, they are a confit of just like fried pork with orange and spices and It's really good. I'm a fan. My dad loves it. He always, well, I'm not every weekend, but many weekends. That's what he brings.
Mexicans tend to love them, yes.
I saw that and I sent them a photo and I was like, look at this. You'll never guess what it is. Which they didn't. They're like, what? What is that supposed to be? Like carnitas.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what? No.
Well, A for effort, you know. I appreciate it.
Yeah. It was like brothy, though. It had liquid.
Okay.
Which, anyway.
Carnitas stew.
Yes. So yesterday's dinner
was
enchiladas.
What? Oh, I want enchiladas. We do have a Mexican place that we can go for enchiladas.
Yes, we do. I'll show you the photo and we'll put it on the video version. This is not like
we could go get enchiladas on Sunday.
We should. Oh.
What? What is that?
It's a giant ass
burrito.
Because it was the veggie version, yeah. Bean-filled burrito with tomato sauce that tasted like pizza sauce on top.
No.
Sour cream. This Mexican sauce that they have.
Mm-hmm.
That just
was it spicy?
It's just spicy. Like spicy but not flavorful. Roasted potatoes and vegetables. It was, again, E for effort, but
A for effort. I appreciate
E for effort. If you don't think that you're eating enchiladas, and they said enchiladas with an S as plural, and it was just one giant ass burrito, then sure. I mean, fine. It was not bad. It didn't taste bad. It was kind of bland, but it was not bad, but it's not like, not an enchilada at all. At all.
No. We should go get enchiladas and post it on ACOT story so that you know enchiladas. Because they're good. The Mexican place that we've been to here, like, it's nice.
Yeah, it is.
And I think only on Sundays they have green enchiladas.
Yeah.
Because
we went there on not a Sunday, and they're like, sorry, we don't have them. There's just red.
Which is also good, but like enchiladas verdes.
Yes.
Verdes. Okay, so where were we? Oh yeah, Cactus Club Cafe. Delicious. And the carnivores at the table were like so happy with their meat. Mm-hmm. Like so happy. They're like, it was worth it.
I just, I'm an idiot because I'm watching The Office to prepare for the next trivia night, right?
Course.
So
she's doing her homework.
I've been doing. That's what she said all morning.
She has. She can't stop, and that's usually my joke. Like I'm usually the one that takes it there.
Yeah.
But today she's uncontrollable.
I'm on fire.
Insatiable. Mm-hmm. Anyways. So that's where we ate.
Yes.
And then okay, so there was the idea for the hockey game. But of course, when we first thought of the hockey game, they looked at the tickets and they're like, "Oh yeah, we can do that." Nobody bought the tickets.
Yeah.
So by the time we were looking at the tickets again, instead of being like 70 something, they were $200.
Oh no, yeah, that's a steep climb.
And we were like, I don't know that I want to go watch hockey that bad. And the cousin's girlfriend, she was very excited about going to Capilano at night.
Oh.
Yeah. So we decided to go do that instead of the hockey game. And we almost didn't do it, and we were thinking of maybe doing it when they came back from Whistler. But I was looking at the website, and they're like, "Oh yeah, January 23 or whatever, last night of the night lights thing." And I was like, "Guys,
what night lights?"
Because you can go to Capilano at night, and it's all like Christmassy.
I didn't know that. I thought it was just randomly going that night.
No. No, it's so pretty. I'll show you in the vlog.
Okay.
And I was like, guys, this is our last chance to go. We can't go next week. And they're like, let's do it. So we went there. And it was so pretty. I've been to Capilano during the day, and that's an experience on its own, because I feel like you appreciate the nature of it more. the sightseeing more.
Yes.
And at night is all about the lights.
Yeah.
Right? But it's so pretty. It's still very Christmassy. I saw that they were going to have a lights thing for Valentine's. So I guess they
cute.
change it up.
Yeah.
These ones were still very Christmassy.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so beautiful. It was so pretty. We loved it. And then still, okay. Sorry. So, if you know me, which you might not yet, but I am an early bird. I go to bed early. I get sleepy at night, like at 9. At 9.
Yeah.
I go to bed at 10, 11, and I'm like, this is way past my bedtime. But after all of the activities of the day, we were still going to a pub. And I was like, really? Oh, no. Hold on. Okay. So yes, we were going to a pub. However, we go to the pub.
Yeah.
And in the morning, I didn't mention this, I should have. In the morning, when we were going to the airplane, I saw that you need an ID. And I was like, I forgot my wallet. Because I literally forgot my wallet. I don't have my ID. But in the car, I had my work permit. So I was like, I guess this can be my ID.
Is it a piece of paper like my student permit? Have you seen it?
Yeah, it is like that.
Like, why, Canada? Why can you just not give like a card-sized document?
I don't know. Why
does it have to be a full-ass letter-sized sheet of paper?
You can take it up with Canada.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
So I was like, well, I have my work permit in the car, so maybe they'll take that. Fast forward now to the pub. And we get there. And of course, they asked me for my ID because this is Canada. It's not Mexico. And I'm like, I forgot my ID. And I'm like, I have my work permit. They're like, I can't scan your work permit. And first of all, I'm like, what are you talking about? Scan it. I don't know what fancy ass club this is, but they wanted to scan my ID. Because even what I don't understand is like, first, before saying I forgot my ID, I said that I don't have a BC ID. And they were like, which I don't. Well, I do today. I actually got my BC ID today. And they were like, do you have your ID from your country? And I was like, technically I do, but I don't have it with me. But again, they can't scan my work permit, but somehow they can scan my Mexican ID. Like, what does that even mean?
I
don't know either. But I was like, well, I'm sorry, guys.
Why do they scan it
I have no idea what that means. Because I've been to other pubs and they don't scan it.
No. Or they don't even ask for one. Yeah.
That doesn't tend to happen, though.
No. It's a very rare case.
Yes. So I was just like, you guys stay. You have fun. Pablo was really looking forward to bringing them to that bar, which was actually the Camby. Oh. Yeah, because that's like the VFS bar that they go to when they all get together. Oh, that's cute. They go to the Camby. That's the only reason I've been there. I've been with them. So I was like, you guys just have fun. I'll just take the train back and I'll go to bed because I work tomorrow anyways, and it's okay. I'll go to bed early. I'm so tired right now. Yeah. And they were being super nice. They were just like, no, we can do something. What if we go back and get it? What if we go somewhere else? And part of me was like, I just want to go to bed. But another part of me was like, this is they're being very nice and accommodating, and it is very fun to hang out with them. And they're only here for a couple of days, so let's like make the most of it. So they have other friends that live here, and they actually live in Burnaby. So they're like, well, my friends live in Burnaby, so we can go to Burnaby, we can get your ID, and we can go have dinner with the friends. Yeah, like, okay. So we ended up doing that. And it was nice. I think both me and Pablo were barely alive. But it was nice. So I think they got to hang out with their friends and like catch up and things like that. So that was the end of day 1. We did all of that. It was
a very
insane.
hectic day.
It was. But it was so much fun.
I am amazed at your endurance for that day.
I know. Me too. I think I was pumped about the fact that I was vlogging the whole thing. Yeah, very pumped. And then, so the next day, we still had to wake up early to figure out if we could go on the plane.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yes.
So we wake up early. I'm awake. The cousin is awake. And I'm like, are you gonna call the thing? And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna call the thing. So we call the thing. And we're like, so we had tickets for yesterday, but it was canceled. And can we come today? And they're like, yeah, no, it's all good. You can come. And we're like, all right. Like, we had to like get ready in that moment because we had to be there half an hour early. And this was like 8:30 or something. And the plane was at 10:30. So we had to be there at 10.
Yeah.
And the drive plus the breakfast plus whatever, we ended up going to Starbucks again.
Yeah.
It was a routine now. We got to the airport thing and we took the tour and it was so cool. I think it was Pablo's favorite thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if my favorite thing, maybe the aquarium, but I'm very biased when it comes to animal stuff. So I think that was Pablo's favorite thing. And it was very pretty. And it started cloudy, but then it cleared. And it was just, there was this moment where we could see the mountains and the bottom of the mountain, the bottom half of the mountain was green and the top bottom of the mountain, you could see the trees. Like there was a very specific line of white trees and green trees. It was very cute. It was very funny. Yeah. Jinx. And oh my goodness. Okay. So we did that thing. This is not over, people. Please bear with me. Please. We did the thing. Yeah. Everyone was stoked. We were so happy. And they were like, okay, we need to have lunch because we need to get ready because they need to take the bus to Whistler. Yeah. So we were like trying to find places. We look something in Google Maps. We're like, okay, let's go to this place. We go to this place. They're like, there's an hour wait. And then we realized that we were trying to find a place to have breakfast in the middle of the morning on a Sunday. Oh. Brunch day. Oh. We did not take that into account at all. So, first place, there's an hour wait. Second place, there's an hour and a half wait. We're getting desperate. We are hungry. We don't know what to do. And so we're at the second place, and right across the street, there's a diner.
Oh, I thought there was a Starbucks.
We thought of maybe going to a Starbucks, but Jesus, I'm like, we need to take them to a place, nice, right? Yeah. There's Starbucks everywhere. Yeah, there's a diner across the street. We go in, and the hostess is like, "Oh, hi! I'm so happy to see you again." And I was like,
"Oh yeah,
yeah. I told you this part." Know. And I was just like, And she's like, "Do you remember me?" And I'm like, She's like, "From the ICBC line." And it's this lovely girl that me and Pablo, we were trying to get Pablo's license. And that was a whole ordeal on its own. But one of the many times that we had to go to ICBC, we were in line and there was this girl, I think in front of us or right behind us. And we're waiting. They're not open yet, but people start getting there like an hour before they open. It's insane.
Yeah, it's like good that you just remember that and said it. Yeah. Because I need to go to an ICBC. I'm planning on going next week or something. Yeah. And I saw the like drop-in time at 8:30.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, we were told that the Metrotown ICBC is the busiest.
Makes sense.
But that's the one we have next to us. So that's the one we did use. This girl, and then she's like, "Oh, like, I'm so sorry. Can you guys like hold my place because I forgot my wallet?" She needs her ID. We've been there before. And we're like, "Yeah, for sure. Like, don't worry about it." So she leaves,
Mhm.
and people start moving, the lines going on, and she's not back, and like half an hour goes by, and then she arrives.
Mhm.
And then she's like, oh, thank you so much. We give her spot back, and then there's this other guy that I started talking to, and he just arrived to BC,
Mhm.
and she just arrived to BC, and somehow we got them talking,
Mhm.
and we all kind of like befriended each other in that
Yeah.
moment, and then the girl and me got each other's Instagrams, and it was just really cute. It was that sort of, I don't know if I think you and I have had this conversation, but I don't know that we've had it on ACOT,
Mhm.
where it's odd to make friends,
Here?
not just here.
Oh, as an adult? Oh, yeah.
yes.
I think maybe we've mentioned it here. I'm not sure, but yeah.
It was one of those things where you randomly meet someone and it's nice.
Yeah.
So that's the girl.
Mhm.
And when she's like, from the ICBC, and I'm like, oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
And then she said the nicest thing she could say to me. She was like, I recognize you because I watched your podcast. And I was like, oh my goodness.
Hi, girl from ICBC.
Thank you so much. We adore you. And she was so nice. So she, and then Pablo, like, it took him a second to recognize her. And then he was like, oh my goodness. And it was really cute. And they had space, and they sat us down, and we were there, but time was running.
Yeah.
And we ordered food. The diner was really cute. It gave me like tavern vibes.
Ooh. Mhm.
I'll take you because it's cute. It's cute. I appreciate it. Yes. But we had to like get our food to go because we were running out of time.
Mhm.
And there was a crucial mistake that we didn't take the bags with us from the start.
Oh no.
So we still had to go back home, pick up the bags, and then take them to Burrard Station where the bus was going to take them. So we wanted to have breakfast there. We didn't have time. We ordered to go. We ran.
Mm-hmm.
Tried to get back here, get the bags as fast as we can. We go away. We're on the car. We have the bags. We're heading towards Burrard Station.
Uh-huh.
And as Pablo is going into the street, we see the bus. And we're like, that's the bus. Is that the bus? And then I'm like, I think that's the bus. The bus starts to move. The bus starts to go.
Oh, no.
And we're like, no. And then, so it was like, there's the corner and there's people waiting for a bus.
Yeah.
And then there's like the next stop. And that's where the bus was. So I was like, maybe it's just getting ready to pick up these people at the corner. I was wrong. The bus was just leaving. And so we stop the car. The cousins get the bags and they start running. They just try to get to the bus. And we lose them. They just left.
Oh man.
And Pablo and I were like, well, let's just wait for them to see if they come back or if they somehow stop the bus and manage to get on it.
Yeah.
No. I feel like that's something you could do in Mexico.
Yeah, but not here. They ignore you.
I don't think they reached the bus at all.
Yeah.
So I went looking for them for like 2 blocks. I was like, how far did they follow the bus?
Oh my God.
I was impressed. Impressed. But I found them and they were coming back and it was, like rough, like, dang it,
Yeah.
And they were trying to figure out what to do. We thought there was a next bus at 8 at night, but there wasn't. Like, that was the last bus. No, there was another bus at 4, but it was full. And they were trying to figure it out and what to do. I had to go to work. So Pablo came, dropped me off at the house. And the cousins were still downtown, tried to figure out if there was something else that they could do. And I was like, well, they could take our car. That's an option. So we talked to them. We talked to Pablo's dad. We were like, hey, how's this? What about this idea? And they ended up taking the car. They drove to Whistler and everything was good. They made it.
No problems.
No problems there. They skied their hearts out and they're coming back today.
Okay.
They're staying here for one more night before heading back to Mexico. And I'm just like, the one thing that I'm taking away of course, it's all the sightseeing and the touristy stuff. And like, I am on a mission to be a tourist in this place for as long as I can. Even if I live here for years, which fingers crossed.
Yeah.
But wherever I live, I just want to be a tourist wherever I live.
Yeah.
You know, because I think that's something that we didn't do in Mexico enough. So that's my mission.
I feel that's really cute. And that's very, I don't think you did, but last weekend, no, it was not last weekend. It was 2 weeks ago. So I decided that for this year, or at least this semester, while I can do it, while I'm close by, I'm going to go hiking by the Deep Cove area.
I want to go
North Vancouver. Okay, sure, we can go. So I did that 2 weeks ago, and it was actually not, I couldn't hike because all the trails were closed. I'm guessing because it had been raining so much, so
Vancouver weather. Yes. You're welcome.
So instead, it ended up being just a very nice, very chill day of literally hanging out by this park where there's like the beach and there's a park and then there's like a street with coffee shops and stuff. There's this really cute place where they sell coffee and donuts. And I just took photos and walked around a little bit. And there was this moment where I think that's one of the stories that I sent you, where I was saying that I feel like I was watching this video, I think a Vox video, that said how geotagging is affecting these places that used to be secrets, but people found them and they tagged them on Instagram. And so they became super popular. And now there's giant ass lines of people wanting to get the cute photo for Instagram. So those like treasures that were hidden are no longer hidden, and they're being destroyed by tourism.
They're being destroyed?
Well, some of them are being damaged by tourism. Others have been blocked, and you can sort of like access them from the outside. I don't know. It's like depending on the place, they have done different things, like either completely closing it off to people, or making replicas of some stuff so that you can see the replica but not the actual one because you damage it, or yeah. And it ended up being, for me, about, we're so obsessed with going to the Instagrammable places that we forget that maybe there's cute places around where we live that it's like, okay, maybe not walk distance, but like a short ride away.
Yeah,
and you can go. Like this place, like, and I can share some photos here too, that I took. And they're so cute. And there was this moment where I was just sitting at a picnic table at the park, and I was literally just watching like the mountains, like fog coming up the mountains, and it's not a very high tide area or anything, but water just like, coming in and out on the waves.
I'm excited. I want to go.
And there was this very cute, very moody like moment where the sun was setting, and it was getting dark, and there's I don't know if it's a pier. I don't know if it counts as a pier, but there's this thing where you can walk down. There's a light, like street light, and people were standing underneath it, and it looks so cute. And I was trying to get that picture. It was so hard because I didn't have a tripod.
Oh.
But yeah, so it was very nice, and I had this like appreciation for, again, being a tourist in your own city, which I feel like I'm trying to be. I've tried to be since we were in Querétaro. So yeah, I just like got a nice reminder of doing
There we go. Be a tourist in your own city, because it's one of those things I feel like of people that have lived here their whole life, and they're like, oh, I live here and I've never been to this place that you just went because you're a tourist. It's like, be a tourist in your own city.
Yes.
So, the thing that I take away is the attitude that we were able to have during this whole thing. Whenever we found something in our way or something happened and it didn't go as planned,
Mhm.
we just figure out a way to do it or to find something else or to keep going.
Yeah.
And we were never sort of course there were emotions of like missing the bus or not, when we didn't know if we were going to be able to do the plane or the hockey game or whatever. But it never sort of like weighed us down.
Mhm.
And it was, I like that. I want to keep that attitude towards things of like, well, maybe we couldn't do this, but we can do that. Or if it didn't happen this way, we'll find another way. Or even when they were stuck in Puerto Vallarta, it's like, well, yes, we missed the plane and we were stuck in Puerto Vallarta, but hey, that's one day at the beach that we didn't have. So
that's cute.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's my takeaway of this whole experience. And of course, spending time with them, getting to know them.
Mhm.
They're very nice. Okay. Tiny little thing.
Mhm.
I am impressed by how lovely
Mhm.
the men in Pablo's family are.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, like it is cute. And I don't know if it's because my personal family
Mhm.
is not that. We're very funny.
Mhm.
We're very quirky.
Mhm.
We are very teasy. We tease each other a lot.
Yeah.
But we're not very touchy-feely.
Mhm.
So I think maybe that's part of why it amazes me so much how lovely the men in Pablo's family are. Especially at least with these three cousins. So like the two brothers and Pablo.
Mhm.
They're so sweet to each other as men. And even, I mean, Pablo with his friends here.
Yeah.
They're so like lovey. They're like, I love you all the time. And I'm just like, I have this joke with Pablo that he has one girlfriend, which is me, but he has a ton of boyfriends. He has so many. I've lost count because he's so lovey with them. And I'm okay. Like it's part of our relationship. I'm used to it. And I appreciate it. It's something that I'm not used to. It's something that I find like it warms my heart a little bit. It's just like, oh, like that's a thing that can be, that can happen. Men can be like that. And it's just cute.
That sounds cute.
It is cute.
Nice.
Very well. Nice wrapping moment.
Yeah.
Do you have a recommendation for us today?
I hate to break that nice wrapping. I mean, it's not going to be horrible. It's just kind of going to maybe be a little gross because so it happens that I have a water bottle that I carry around with me all the time, and it was even a joke in school. So my recommendation is clean your water bottles. And the thing is, I wash my bottle like frequently. I'm not gonna lie, not daily, but maybe every 2 days. Yeah.
When it's just plain water?
Yeah.
Just plain water.
Yeah. But what I don't have, because my bottle has a straw. And I don't have those straw cleaner thingies.
I hate bottles with straws.
I don't have it. I like it. I hate them. But I like it. But the problem is not the straw. Like the straw I can clean with like soap and stuff. But that part between like on the cap, there's that thing that you lift to like actually be able to drink from the straw. Well, that thing.
Was it gross?
It was nasty as fuck.
Ew.
It was like I was like, how do I clean this? And I even went on Amazon and I ordered a pack of straw cleaning brushes and bottle cleaning stuff because I was like, I cannot let this happen again. I ended up using a tissue because it was the only thing I had. And I like rolled it and put it inside the mouth thingy. It came out with like black spots. Oh my God, I was so grossed out by it. So clean your bottles, people, please. Even if it's just plain water, you need to clean bottles. Like, it's a thing. And I know that many people don't because it's just water. So it's like, it's just clean. No.
I let it dry more than wash it.
That's what I used to do.
Yeah.
Especially because that thing that I can't wash. But my God.
Well, I am very particular about bottles. And so actually during the trip, when we went to the airport for the sightseeing thing, they had Yeti stuff. And I was so happy. I was so excited. I'm like, oh my goodness, Yeti stuff. And I was looking. I had this same bottle in my Amazon wish list because I was already planning on buying it. So it wasn't an impulse buy, just so you know. It wasn't. It was in my Amazon. I can show it to you. And I was looking for a thermos because my thermos that I had after a year, so I don't know if this is normal or not, but it stopped working out of nowhere. I don't know why. So again, I'm very particular about bottles, specifically because like I hate those straw bottles things. I think they're gross. I don't like them. And when I look for a bottle, I look for one that's easy to clean, that doesn't have like weird caps and gears and stuff.
Yeah.
So I found one that had the weird like compartments to getting your liquid, like weird cap. Exactly. Yeah. And I was like, okay, all right. Maybe, but then I found another one, and I love it so much. It's very far away. Otherwise, I would show it to you. Because not only is it as simple as there's the bottle, and then there's a cap that you can take off or on, and it's just like regular, just a hole, and I love that. Just in my bottles, okay. But then it has another cap to close it, but like you can carry it. And I love that. It's so practical. It's just like it's like a bag. I'm so happy.
It's like a backpack, but it's a bottle.
It is. It makes me okay. Just because I'm very excited, I'm gonna show it to you.
Okay.
Oh no, but I have a safito on me. I'm so sorry. I know this is illegal. But I'm going to put you in this blanket real quick. Okay. Hold on, people. I'll be right back. Entertain them somehow.
Okay. Sure. I'll entertain you somehow. I'm wondering where it is, though. I thought I had oh, yeah. I see what you mean. I've seen them around. I feel like it's, there's like a version of that's a hydro flask, I feel like. And they are so popular here. Like, she's right at your spot. She's like, no, you cannot sit here anymore. You lost your chance. You were here.
I'll sit on her.
You decided to leave. Then you lose.
Look. It's like a bag. Like, I just carry it. And I love it. It makes me so happy. Okay. So, you take this off.
Oh, that does look cute. And it does look easy to clean.
I know. That's my whole point.
Yeah. Well, the point is, the rec is don't be gross like me. And I guess secondary rec, get a bottle that's easy to clean.
So easy to clean. Easy.
I like the lid, actually. Like that it's clear.
I wasn't sure about that, but it's so far so good.
Yeah. I'm a fan.
I love this. This is not my rec, technically. But it can be. You can take it as a rec.
You have way too much stuff now.
I know.
I can take this away from you.
My rec would be to be a tourist in your own city. That's my rec.
Oh, that's cute. This is actually cold, but is it just because it was on the fridge?
It was in the fridge.
Is it like is it a thermos? Like, does it keep things cold and hot and stuff? Oh. Cute.
Fan.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you for hanging out with us.
Yes. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Thanks for sharing a cup of tea with us.
To watch more episodes of A Cup of Tea, click the link on the right. If you want to watch Pockets in the Universe, go to the playlist on the left.